Hey guys, welcome to the Cow Emporium. Today we're gonna put a heater pad on the transmission on our little tractor. It's got a block heater, a circulating one, and it does a really good job of heating the engine up so the engine starts, but it doesn't do much for the transmission. So with the weight of transmission fluid I have in here, it's pretty cranky about getting going when it gets below 0 Fahrenheit, which is pretty frequently anymore. So I got a little 500 watt silicone heating pad from our local parts place that I'm gonna attach to the pan on the bottom of the transmission on this tractor, and hopefully that'll help with heating up the hydraulic fluid and the transmission fluid, so a little bit easier on this old girl, and I don't have to wait so long for it to warm up. We keep this stored inside. It's dry storage, but it's not heated, so it's been below 0 Fahrenheit for the past week, and then just this morning it went from below 0 Fahrenheit, or I don't know, minus 22 Celsius, and then it went to like +3 within like 2 or 3 hours. And you can see the frost is coming out of the transmission, all that nice little sparkly white stuff. The transmission will still be really super cold, but the ambient air temperature is nice and warm, so I thought that'd be a good day to try and get this thing out of here. We expect a couple of days warm, and then we're supposed to be back into the deep freeze again, so this is a job I want to get done. Yeah, just sitting on the tractor seat here, you can see that's just all moisture that's in the air right now that's freezing to the transmission on the tractor because it's just so cold. And the air out here is so warm, so it'd be nice to get that fixed up. Here's the heater that I got. This was pretty well the only one that Napa sold, the local one. Let's see, about my hand size on it. It's 500 watts. We put one on our old tractor that we used to park outside, and we rolled all the time with it, just as an auxiliary heater that went on the oil pan. But the pad itself on that other one was probably 3 times bigger than this. I don't know how many watts this was, but I thought I'd try this guy on our little tractor and maybe see if I could find a bigger one somewhere for our big tractor. I don't want to go with any lighter transmission fluid in it because our conditions are just so variable that when I'm grinding on a warm day, the oil I have in my hydraulics is thin enough as it is. So I need to get everything warmed up so that I can get this stuck on. It comes with a tube of silicone sealant and some zip ties and instructions to what to do there. So yeah, I got it parked in the shed. I'll turn the heat on for a few hours and try and get things dried out and warmed up so I can stick it on. It's the next day. The tractor thawed out in the shop overnight with the heat on high. So I looked around, and this is basically the only spot flat enough that would work to put that heater on. I thought being small might be a detriment, but it'll fit right there perfectly, and any bigger wouldn't work at all. So that size of pad is going to be perfect. The one disadvantage, this is just the bottom of the transmission here. I cleaned all the paint off with the grinder and use some brake cleaner on it to get it nice and clean for a good surface. The one problem is if I ever decide to move my hitch forward, it'll probably be in the way of that, but I've never done that in the whole time we've owned the tractor, so I think there'll be lots of room. And there's this little lip up here that'll naturally keep like grass and stuff from kind of pushing against it if I'm going through the tall grass, and protect the leading edge of it. So yeah, that's a good spot to put it. So I'm going to pull the tractor back in the shed now and stick it on. So the instructions say I'm supposed to peel off this adhesive protective film here, this paper off the adhesive, and plug it in for just 3 seconds, and then press it up against the bottom of the pan, and then use this scraper to push it down. I'm guessing it must be some kind of adhesive in there that's heat activated. And then after it's attached, I'm supposed to plug it in for another like 5 seconds or something, but not very long, just long enough to get everything heated up and stuck, I guess. And then put the silicone around just the outside edge and then let it cure for 24 hours. So let's do that. Of course, right on the cord, there's this warning that says, warning, do not plug in until installation. So I guess we'll plug it in really quick like the online instructions said and unplug it and see what happens. Well, it hummed and got a little bit warm. I only plugged it in for 3 seconds and then it seemed to stick on here pretty good. I'm supposed to plug it in for another 5 seconds after I get done with the scraper wiping it down, but it seemed to stick on there pretty good. All right, so there it is installed. Took about an hour, and locally this thing cost about $200 Canadian. So I guess I'll be trying it out over the next couple of weeks and let you know how it works. Thanks for watching.